Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and do a career and financial reading for you. So if that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That will have any information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and just jump right into this. For your career and your finances, it's interesting because we had the stormy weather and the sun card come out. So I'm like, okay. I kind of feel like what this is saying, though, is that there's been some stormy times with your career. Even if you've been making decent money, it feels like maybe the situation hasn't been the greatest, or you don't like your work environment, or you're not doing something that feels passionate to you. Some of you might feel like you're on a road to nowhere. There could be a lot of drama, a lot of conflict at the workplace that could be bugging you as well. And I feel like that's important to us Geminis. I mean, yeah, making a whole bunch of money is great, but when you're selling your soul to do it, or you got to be surrounded by toxic energy all day, it just isn't worth it at the end of the day, you know? I feel like your sanity, your peace of mind, or just your heart space and what you feel intuitively connected to kind of overrules actual money sometimes. That's obviously not for everybody, but that's for somebody, right? But I feel like whatever this stormy energy is, it's clearing up, and it does feel like there's a sun that's coming out after some dark times. For others of you, maybe you love what you do, it's just not pulling in as much money as you would like, okay? So maybe you've been kind of struggling, or you feel like things have been stagnant, or you're just making it, and there's this energy here of like, I would love to make some more money, okay? Some of you who lived on like a fixed income for whatever reason, maybe you're retired, or maybe you get some kind of benefits or something like that. I do feel like there could be this energy here of some unexpected money coming in, or a way to make some cash, okay, under the table, allegedly. All right, that's just for some of you guys, because I feel like even if you're like on a fixed income, it's like just enough to survive, okay? So yeah, I feel like there's been just some stormy weather here when it comes to the finances. Things haven't really looked that great, but with the sun coming out, it's like hope after the storm, okay? But let's find out. We're gonna pull some tea leaves, because you know, tea leaves are my cards that I love to use for financial readings. So let's see. Gemini gang, please, for their career and finances. Gemini, career and finances, Spirit. What do we have here for career and finances? Finances. Anyways, we have kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead, saving resources, and economic problems. That is kind of the energy I was talking about, guys, right? With the pale, time to get out of a situation. Some of you might feel like what you're doing now just isn't going to pay enough to take care of you in the long run. Or maybe you feel like, you know, everything's increasing. Groceries are getting more expensive, rent's getting more expensive, everything, the cost of living is going up, but your pay is still staying the same. And maybe you're like, I want to get into a more competitive market here. Some of you are just really feeling like you need to plan ahead, right? Like, I need to have a plan for if something happens to my job, or if things were to stop today as far as my money flow, what would I do about tomorrow, you know? So there's a big energy here on wanting to save money, wanting to get a nest egg built up, or feeling really thankful that you had a nest egg built up, because for some of you this has already kind of happened where there's been an issue and you're like so thankful that you had money saved up for a rainy day, right? That's kind of what I'm getting here. So right now you're just feeling a little unsettled when it comes to your finances, and I feel like you're being very smart, you're being very resourceful, and you're planning ahead, and that's exactly what you need to do. And for those of you that do want to switch jobs, like you want to move from one career to the next, there is this energy here of really saving up money to be able to take that leap, okay? Because even if you stop one job today and start another job tomorrow, it's like there's usually a 2-week period, or even a month, depending on when you guys get paid, where you can go without money, you know? Some places hold a check, some places hold 2 checks. So it's like we need to kind of plan ahead and make sure that we're okay financially if we're going to take a leap of faith into something else, okay? Some of you guys might be researching where are cheap places to live. You know, like if you are able to move around, maybe you work remotely, or maybe you work for yourself or something where you're able to move and live wherever you want, really. Some of you guys could be researching like cheapest places to live in your country or in your state or something like that. Some of you guys maybe want to move abroad, or you want to do a big move and you're like, I need a plan for this. Okay, what do we have here for Gemini gang, please? What do we have here for career and finances for Gemini gang? Their career and their finances. Holy moly. This is the one that pops, so that's what I'm going to take. We have the bow. You are highly thought of. Someone is admiring you from a distance. And then it says, making a name for yourself. Okay, Gemini. So some of you guys, you're going to be leaping right into some kind of recognition or some well-deserved reward is the energy I'm getting. Yeah, something in August. August is coming up, y'all. Okay, Leo, Virgo energy. Something in August could be paying off for you dramatically is the energy I'm getting. Like some of you might have somebody approach you. You know, I like what you do, Gemini. I like how you work. I like the work ethic you have. You have great ideas. You're just the person for the job. I've been watching what you're doing. I love it. Like that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. This could come through email. This could be an in-face meeting. You could get called into somebody's office here. Okay? But it does feel like somebody is going to be recognizing you for all the effort that you've put in. So nice, okay? And this could definitely be happening in August. We also have Leo energy out here with the sun. I don't know why I didn't see that, but there you go. So Leo season could definitely be a season where things are looking up. Like it's a good season for you, okay? Financially is what I'm getting. We have the fly coming out, a period of ill health and depression. It says postpartum depression festering in the coronies. Okay. I just feel like you have not felt that great when it comes to your finances. You know, and maybe this is also like in your emotional life too, like maybe something like that has been kind of carrying over. Or again, maybe there's just been like some workplace drama or something that's been going on, you know? Maybe you're just not happy in your environment, because the festering energy makes me feel like there's something wrong, but we're just kind of letting it sit and sit and sit. Maybe not wanting to see it. Okay, that could be something I'm getting. Plus with the cat on the bottom of the deck, a two-placed, sorry guys, Mercury retrograde is molly-whopping me right now. A two-faced friend, we have copycat, fake love, a straight up to your face, right, from Drake, and we have false intentions. So some of you could feel like you have a copycat around you, like maybe every time that you come up with an idea, this person comes in and snatches it away, or maybe some of you feel like you need to, you know, keep your ideas to yourself, okay? Some of you guys could have told somebody something and now they're trying to beat you to the punch, basically, okay? That's for some of you guys. For others of you, this is just like duplicit energy in the workplace, you know? And it's like, this is festering, this is messing with my soul, like it's toxic and I don't really want to be here, you know? So some of you, you know, maybe you are very highly thought of on your job. Like people like you, people think that you do a great job. Your bosses love you, you show up, you show out, you do everything that you need to do, but it's just your coworkers or it's the environment. It's just toxic. You know, and it's like, it doesn't matter how well I'm thought of or how much money I make, I don't want to come to this place. That is how some of you guys might feel, okay? Let's get some more out here for Gemini gang for their career and their finances, please. Career and finances for Gemini gang. What do we have here for career and finances for Gemini gang? Whoa. That's going to be too many here, but I can't help but notice this rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over, and rainbows show up after the storm. I feel like for a lot of you, things are about to get better, but since that wasn't a big chunk, I'm not going to take it. Let's see what we have here. Gemini, their finances and career moving forward. What do they need to know about this? Spirit, what can they expect here? We have the rooster, guys. What is up? I feel like there's other people that are affecting your finances. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Hothead, cocky, vengeful, someone's petty. Like, what is this, right? Because I feel like you're heading up the ladder to success here. Like, you're growing, or there's big changes ahead. You've been asked to trust the process. So this could be it too. Like, don't be too hard-headed. But I feel like there's a lot of outside energy that's impacting you. Because I really do feel like you're this bow here in the middle where it's like all kind of centering around you. Like you're doing very well, but there's people around you that just don't like that or don't like you. Or maybe your boss is very hot-headed. Your boss could be an Aries for sure. I always get the Aries with the rooster energy. I'm just saying, you know. Okay, what do we have here for Gemini gang? Let me clear this. Career and finances. We know there's obviously a workplace scenario that they're not happy with, Spirit, but what can we give them? What else can we give them for their career and their finances? Just give me a second while I shuffle these. These cards are ridiculous. Career and finances, please. Okay, the ladder came back out, so that meant to come out. Oh, with the fox. Okay, I guess we're taking all of this. Well, we'll take the ladder and the fox together. You know what I mean? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have horseshoe, which is talking about good luck, okay? So the ladder says climbing towards success, growth, big changes ahead, and trusting the process. The fox says a planning ahead for rainy days. We see that with the kangaroo. Working the system, a scam artist. We see that with the two-faced duplicit energy, or somebody's copying you. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So yeah, you guys have played it smart here when it comes to your career and your finances. You have. You've played it smart. And I feel like there's a big message for somebody here that you are very highly thought of. And this could be from the Most High. This could be from Spirit. Spirit sees you in a very good light, Gemini. And so you will always be taken care of. But this is not a controlled experience down here on Earth. And so everybody kind of has free will. And that includes other people who want to come in and bring just nonsense into your life. Okay. Especially in your career arena. But Spirit does want you to know that you are divinely protected and looked after. So no matter how the cookie crumbles, basically, when it comes to your career and your finances, you're going to be okay. Okay, there could just be petty people around you or dramatic people around you that are causing problems with your money for whatever reason. This, career finances, it doesn't just have to be at your workplace, right? Finances could be in your house. It could be anything that would affect your finances. It could be a relationship. Maybe you got to go through a divorce or a split up or something like this, and it's not going to be cheap. Lawyers, fees, alimony, shit like that, it's not cheap. So there could be something like that going on here, where it's like there's a very stubborn, petty person who almost is taking a hit at your financial situation through some other means, okay, is what I'm getting here. Some of y'all, low-key, this could be you, though, because I do feel like for some of you, like, you're kind of stubborn, and I feel like there's this energy here of not really wanting to admit defeat. And I hate to say that, but it's almost like if you know in your heart, Gemini, that it's time to move on from something, it's time to move on, bro. Okay, I don't know what to say. All right, I'm not trying to start no fights with nobody in the comment section. I'm just saying, if you feel like it's time for you to move on from something, then there you go. Right? But this is talking about an arrogant, boastful person. So this means like somebody who is going out of their way to just be a jerk. That's the energy I'm getting. Some of you guys could be feeling really down about this because it's a situation that's been festering for a while. All right, I'm interested. Not what I was expecting for a career financial reading, but hey, we gonna read the cards how they come out. You know what I mean? All right, so what is this kangaroo energy for Gemini gang? Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. What is this talking about for Gemini gang when it comes to their money, their career, their finances? Ooh, I did not like the way that card bent. What was it that bent? It was the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like there's been a lot of stress. There has been a lot of stress here. And at some point, because I never noticed this, but at some point this card must have bent because I see a crease in it. Interesting. Yeah, there could just be a lot of anxiety here. Maybe you feel like you have to fold, quote unquote, on something. That's for somebody out here. Maybe you took a risk and you don't feel like it's paid off. What is this kangaroo energy for Gemini? For their career and finances. Unsettled times, needing to plan ahead. What is this talking about? Whoa. Seven of Swords. I'm getting a couple messages, guys. For some of you, yeah, there's been somebody who's been very sneaky around you and they've tried to hit you with your money. Okay, I don't know how they're doing this. This could be, again, them meddling, them being very manipulative, them maybe if you own a business and this person works for you, they could be trimming a little extra off the top or something like that. If you share tips with people, they could be taking your tips or something. It does feel like that. But also what I'm getting here is this is you. Okay, because as you guys hear me say all the time, cards have a very dualistic nature. There's not just one positive meaning or one negative meaning for cards. They can mean both. It just depends on the context of the reading. And the Seven of Swords in its light energy is you making moves in silence. It's you being very resourceful. you know, not letting people know your next move, kind of taking what you need and going, basically. That's the energy I'm getting for some of you. So I do feel like you do want to kind of plan an escape for somebody here, or you want to take some money and you want to move it there, allegedly. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Like if you have a lot of money and something's about to hit your bank account, you might want to take something out, move it somewhere else. I don't really know, okay? But I'm getting that energy here of like taking what you need and making sure that you're keeping it to yourself. So if you win some kind of lottery here, you win a settlement, you get a nice check, you get a bonus, you get a promotion, you're getting extra money somehow. Maybe you do an odd job for somebody and you get a couple $100. Whatever it is, it's like taking your money and putting it in your account and not letting other people know how much you have. Which, of course, right? I mean, money in politics is something that really a lot of people don't like to talk about, you know, out in the open and all that good stuff. But some people will just let people know what money they have, you know. If some of you guys are trying to plan an escape from a person, place, or ting, okay, whatever, it's like keeping something to yourself here, being very smart, being very strategical here with the Seven of Swords. I'm getting that very strongly. What is the Seven of Swords here? What is this talking about for Gemini gang? For the unsettled time. Look. I'm free at last, right? With the Fool. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling very strongly like some of you guys want to take a giant leap. You want to make a big move. You want to have a fresh start or something like that, but you don't want to let other people know for whatever reason. You know? So I'm kind of getting the energy with the Eight of Cups that you wanting to walk away. Both of these figures are walking away. You know, one's kind of doing it in secret though with the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. I mean, I don't know, I don't see a crowd around her, but it's just making the intuitive decision emotionally. Some of y'all are just done with whatever situation you're involved in right now, okay? That's what I'm getting. Just feeling very done, feeling ready for a new beginning. Yeah, ready for new opportunity. Yep, ready for expansion, growth, harmony, celebration. Y'all want to get into something new here. Okay, or you've already kind of been looking for something new and you see it there, or you've already had an interview or something and you're like, I'm gonna have to sneak out the back door. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Okay, some of you, maybe you've already done this. If you're like, Jessica, this sounds like when I left that busted ass job 6 months ago, well then this is the energy and we're just getting into the story here. But of course everybody's at a different space here, so do take these readings as they hit for you. But it does feel like that, like there's an energy here of I need to gather up my resources, I need to move in silence, and I'm going to kind of move away from something. What is this, Beau? You are highly thought of. What is this talking about for Gemini gang? In their career and their finances, this Beau. Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm hearing that song from, what is it? Is it Outkast? Or was that Speaker Box when they did their little music separate from each other? But it's, I like the way you move. Do, do, do. I like the way you move. That's the song that I'm hearing, okay? So some of you guys, that's the energy. Somebody likes the way you move. They like what you do. You have somebody that is admiring you. I'm picking that up very strongly. I feel like some of you guys, again, you're taking this leap of faith, or you have taken a leap of faith, or maybe you feel very much on your own out here, you know? Like there's not a lot of help, or there's not a lot of support, but I'm getting that energy of somebody does like the way that you move. Who is this that's thinking very highly of Gemini when it comes to their career and finances? Who is this person? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Well, it's somebody that wants to come in and offer you something here. You know? They want to offer you maybe a job, maybe a business deal, maybe a collab, maybe a contract, maybe a new position. But it's definitely an outside energy coming in to offer you something. Knight of Wands, this might be a little unexpected because, again, I feel like you kind of feel like you're doing things on your own, or nobody really notices, right? You come in every day, you work, you clock in, you clock out, you know, and nobody notices. Nobody noticed how you went ahead and restocked and, you know, reorganized, or how you're always, you know, 5 minutes early, 5 minutes late getting out. Like nobody notices that, but actually, yeah, somebody has noticed. There is definitely some energy that's noticed this. This could be a Leo that's noticed. I don't even know how this came out the deck. This fell out so magical. Okay, like I don't even know, it just like appeared in my hands. Yeah, this could be, well, Leo is very strong for this reading already. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? But I do feel like there's somebody that's noticed you. You're like the sun, you shine very bright. How could they not, is what Spirit's saying. How could they not? Gemini, I feel like you might be a little down on yourself, because I'm kind of getting the energy of like, oh no, like Eeyore, right? Like, Eeyore is Eeyore. And that's the thing I love about Eeyore, and that's the thing I love about Eeyore's friends. They don't try to make Eeyore be anything other than what he is. They don't try to pep him up. They don't try to make him laugh. They don't try to, like, you know what I mean? Like, Eeyore is Eeyore, and that's who he is. And we love him regardless. Okay? With his moody ass. We love Eeyore. Right? But we still see Eeyore. We see the light in him. You know, there's plenty of Winnie the Pooh episodes where Eeyore was celebrated. You know, or Eeyore did good things that people noticed. You know? So it's, I don't know why I'm getting that energy, Gemini. Like, I don't know why you're showing up as Eeyore in your financial reading, but it's like people really do, like, they celebrate you or they see the light, okay? And I'm getting that energy of somebody who wants to celebrate you. There's expansion, there's growth, there's happiness, there's positivity that's about to come your way when it comes to your finances, and it's because you've been noticed or recognized, or you will be, or you'll be selected for something. The Knight of Wands, again, some of you, this might feel a little unexpected. Give me something for this fly. Period of ill health, depression. Some of you guys might have gotten sick or gotten injured and that stopped your money. Some of you went through a breakup, and that, you know, hey, breakups will throw people off. You know what I mean? Because when you're sad and depressed and you can't really work, it's like you're not going to show up as your best self. You're not going to put in your best effort. Your energy might be all off. Like, for this work that I do, for in particular, like, you know, going through emotional stuff, it's really hard. It's really hard to go through emotional stuff and then come on here and film. Like, it's difficult, you know? So I feel like some of you guys, maybe you just went through something. You're having family issues. Maybe you're fighting with your kids, fighting with your person or something here. What is this? What is this fly for Gemini in regards to their career, their finances? What is this fly? Some of y'all could be seeing a lot of flies for whatever reason, just out of nowhere. But if you live in Florida, that's per, you know, listen, as soon as you open the door, about 20 things want to come freaking crawling and flying in the house. What is this fly here? Period of ill health and depression. Nothing, some things are wanting to pop, but nothing actually is popping. What is this fly here for Gemini's finances and career? Oh my God, these cards. Well, actually, that kind of matches what I was saying. Four of Cups with the Temperance. Yeah, because this is like apathy, right? This is feeling very dissatisfied. You could even be feeling a little bored, just a little meh. Like, I'm putting all my work into these cups, and I just don't know why they're not selling. People don't like cups anymore. They like hydro flasks, right? They like Stanleys, all right? They don't want my homemade, you know, one-of-a-kind, hand-carved, you know, cups or whatever, right? And he's like, Saya, I'll be going out of business, right? I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. But there's something like that going on with the Four of Cups energy. You know, like, just feeling really like people don't want what you have to offer, or I don't know, y'all. This reading, y'all gotta let me know if this resonates, because that's kind of what I'm picking up. Like, you're just feeling really down on yourself, or you're not feeling as recognized as you should, which is crazy because we have this recognition coming in. So it's almost like, you know, perk up, right? Because I feel like you are being recognized, or you are doing better than what you think, you know, or how you feel, right? Everything is an ebb and a flow. I mean, let's just take what I do here on YouTube for an example. Some videos get really good views and lots of engagement and comments and likes and all that stuff. And then some videos, it's like, y'all don't got no time for Jessica. You know, you're too busy watching whatever. Like, it's like that kind of energy sometimes. It's up, it's down, it's here, it's there. So if I was to judge like my work by every single view that I get, I would drive myself crazy. I would literally be in this energy. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. As a content creator, yes, the pressure is definitely on to perform, to give the people what they want, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, it does happen, but I try to like not let it bother me too much. And I feel like that's the advice here for y'all too, for whatever you're doing. Okay, for whatever you're doing. This is just one of the stories. I'm going to give you a second one in a second. I feel like there's an energy here with the Temperance of moderating yourself, balancing yourself out, right? Tempering yourself, because with the Magician, you really are that person, Gemini. Like, you do something very well. You have all the skills that you need. You give a great performance. Look at that. Yes, the Emperor with the Magician. I mean, damn, talk about a leader. Talk about boss energy, you know? So you do something very well. So if you're kind of down on yourself because of how people are engaging, or how people are taking it, or how something's selling, how people are booking, whatever it is, right? It's like you do something very well, okay? Now, for others of you, okay, I feel like, again, you are just tired of this workplace. It's like, you know, I'm kind of getting the energy of like, yes, I make great cups and I love this, but I just don't love it here. You know, like I just don't want to do it here. And I get the energy of somebody off of this card where they're looking at something that they've invested a lot of time and energy into, and they're like, damn, like why can't I just be happy here? Why can't things just be okay? You know? And maybe you've been trying to temper yourself out for a long time. Like you've been trying to keep balance. You've been trying to ignore the workplace drama or the toxic energy or whatever. This could be, again, if we're talking about something that's going on in your personal life that's affecting your career, again, you've been trying to balance something out for a while, but it's starting to impact you, you know? That's just kind of what I'm getting. Like there's a need to balance yourself out, but it's hard because there's a heavy level of frustration, disappointment, maybe feeling like you're missing opportunities or you've missed an opportunity here. Okay. What is this rooster energy for Gemini for their career and finances? Like, damn, Gemini. What is this rooster energy? An arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. What is this talking about for Gemini gang for their career and their finances? That's a lot. I'm not going to take all this, but the King of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Actually, I will take all of it because it's given exactly what I was getting. So yeah, we gonna take all of that, you know. And this, you know how I feel about this card when it's in the shadow energy, the Three of Cups. This is like low vibe individuals, right? Like people that are up to no good or people that don't have your best interest at heart. It's like just it's like really the lower level of bird bitch energy for real. But the King of Wands here, I mean, I could see that as an arrogant, boastful person for sure. And I already said I felt like there was a strong Aries energy here, but does not have to be. With the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, it's like there's a hothead at work, or there's somebody that's disrupting your peace when it comes to your finances. You know, this could be a lot of pettiness. This could be drama. This does not have to be a man either. This could definitely be a feminine energy, but somebody is like really, I'm getting like distractions, or I'm getting like disrupting your peace, which is in turn messing with your money. It's messing with your energy. It's messing with how you want to show up. You're tired, you know, because you have to sit here and deal with this person all day. This person could have like a massive ego. This person could have like anger issues. This person could be very combative here, or this person is maybe even actively, because when we see the King of Wands, we do see somebody planning and strategizing something on the board there. So this could be somebody who's actively planning and strategizing on how to disrupt your peace. You know, this is somebody who wants to see you suffer. And I have worked with people like that before. Like at my last job, I worked great with this girl when she was in her one position, but then when she moved into another position and all of a sudden she was in HR and she really thought she had some power, she became my biggest thorn in my side, which was so freaking surprising to me because we actually really kind of got along before. I don't know what her issue was. I thought it was great. I was extremely happy for her when I found out that she was moving into a higher position, because I was like, oh great, now I get to work even closer with her and she's awesome. Shh. Give somebody power and you'll see their true character, folks, okay? Because I was like, damn, you are like a bitch. Like, I am not playing. Like, she had it out for me for some reason. I low-key kind of felt like she wanted my position or whatever. But I'm just like, you know? So for somebody who's worked and lived through that kind of situation where somebody at work just has it out for you for whatever reason, like, it's not comfortable. You know, it makes you not want to show up to work. It makes you not want to try. And then if you try to bring it up to a leadership position, they're like, oh, I don't see that, you know, and they like kind of like bypass or gaslight or whatever. It's like, it makes it to where you don't want to show up at this place. So I feel like for some of you guys, there's an energy here of trying to get around this energy. With the Five of Swords, some of y'all might feel like you're fighting a losing battle here when it comes to your finances. Like some of you feel like you are going to have to walk away. We see that up here anyways with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups, right? You're just going to leave. You know, you're going to plan your exit strategy, not let anybody know you're planning. You can plan this exit strategy for months. And then finally, when it's time to execute it, it's time, you know? And this could be because you get offered something else. That's for some of you. But I do feel like there is this toxic energy. Who is this King of Cups here? Or excuse me, King of... I'm so used to seeing the King of Cups, right? Who is this King of Wands? Who is this person? And again, this could be a female energy. It does not have to be masculine. You know, who is this person? that's showing up and causing issues. We have the King of Swords. This could definitely be a masculine energy, though. I ain't gonna lie, right? This could be an air sign. We have Libra energy on the bottom of the deck. Justice. This is somebody who has an authoritative position. So it's hard when your boss is a jerk, right? It's hard when like somebody has a little bit of authority and they can say things, you know, that maybe bring your credibility to question. I don't know why they're giving me that energy with that lady that I work with, but they really are. They're pulling me way back to that situation and how like people started taking her side over mine, even though I had been in my position for 3 years and had excelled in my position, by the way, for 3 years and had done very well and like had made their numbers better than they had ever seen in their entire freaking history in that county. Like I had such good numbers. Everybody loved me, but for some reason they took this person's side over mine and everything, and it was really becoming disruptive for me. And I don't know, I'm getting that energy for some of you guys, like a situation becoming really disruptive, and this person might have a little bit of authority, and so it makes it even worse. Like even if you went to HR about this person, it's like it's not being solved or something. This person might not like that you are, I'm hearing on easy street. I don't necessarily think y'all are on easy street, but this person might feel like you're on easy street. Maybe because you are really good at your job, Gemini, so you make it look fucking easy, okay? But they feel like you're on easy street, or you get to relax, or you don't really get to, you don't have to, you know, do so much or whatever. Like maybe you get to leave the office and go ride around, and this person got to sit in the office all day and they don't like that. You know? I don't know. But it's kind of like this person over here is really disrupted by your peaceful energy, by the fact that you're doing very well. And so they're actively trying to like cause issues. Damn, Gemini, what is this ladder in this fox? Shit. For Gemini when it comes to their career and finances. I'm sorry for those that wanted to log in and hear that you're going to win $1 million. Like, I am so sorry. But this kind of feels like this is more like a real life type of reading, you know? What is this ladder with this fox for Gemini's career and finances? What is this ladder here? Yeah, Queen of Swords. Okay, Justice energy on the bottom of the deck. After that with the moon. And then sail away with the Six of Swords. I picked up on this in a reading that's going to get released before this reading, where I was picking up on that speech at the end of, what is it? The Devil Wears Prada, where she's talking to Annie and she's like, you know, me and you, we can see beyond people's wants and needs, and we can choose to decide for ourselves, right? Which is basically what she was saying, was we can put ourselves first, regardless of how it makes other people feel. And even though I don't like the strategy that she implied and how she hurt people, you know, I do think that her way of thinking, her mindset was absolutely correct. Because yes, if you want to be successful, you are going to have to put yourself first above other people's wants and needs around you. Because being a people pleaser, especially in your career, will get you walked all over. And it'll have people excelling past you and you being stuck with more work, okay? So there's an energy here of being a little cutthroat when it comes to the Queen of Swords, right? Because we have this fox energy. This is a crafty energy, and we already see this here. So some of y'all are really going to have to put yourself first, make some head over heart decisions, make the tough choices here, you know, and be very cutting, not with your words. We don't need to be abusive. I'm not telling anybody to like be abusive or call somebody out their name or anything like that. I'm just saying that you might have to put up some strong boundaries and make some decisive decisions when it comes to your work and your career, especially on how you're going to climb the ladder, you know? Some of you guys might literally be like wanting to advance, but you have people around you that you've been buddy with in the office, and it's like if you advance past them, they're going to look at you a certain type of way. Well, they're going to have to look at you a certain type of way. I don't know what to say, Gemini. You know? Like if you want to advance or you want to be on top, then somebody's got to be the boss around here. Would you rather it be one of them? You know? That's why I'm not really a big fan of making friends at the workplace. Like acquaintances, sure. Work buddies where we're friendly when we show up and then we go home, we don't really ever talk to each other. Perfect. You know? Because when you start to get too buddy with people at the office, when it's time for somebody to advance and move forward, that's when that buddy shit is going to end. Like real fast, you know? I'm spitting facts for y'all right now because I've lived through it several times. Okay? Almost every single job that I've had, I've moved into leadership eventually. And that's not me bragging or anything. I'm just saying I have. It's the facts, okay? I've moved into leadership at almost every single job I've had. And I've had people who really liked me, didn't like me no more after that, you know? So there's an energy here of kind of having to kind of be a little frosty, you know, and doing what's right for you. I might watch The Devil Wears Prada tonight while I cook dinner, because that's a damn good movie. Anyways, anyways, what do we have here for this? What is up with this this ladder to success here in this fox for Gemini with their career and their finances? Yeah, you guys are going to be having a new beginning. Like, you are going to be jumping off and doing something new. There might be a little fear that you have to kind of overcome here and bypass when it comes to your career and finances, but you are ready for a new beginning. You know, you are. And I feel like you're being very discerning. You're looking out for yourself. You're doing what's best for you here with the Queen of Swords. And with this full energy, you're ready to kind of step out of the box or pick it up a notch or jump into something new. So if you are offered a leadership position or a new job or something like that, or a business opportunity, a collab perhaps for some of you if that applies, it's like you're going to go for it. But you're going to keep your boundaries up and you're going to know what you're worth, right? Because that's the Queen of Swords. Like, she knows what she's worth. She ain't going to take no lowball offers or, you know, let people run her around the office and stuff. Like, no. Okay, Gemini, this is a very interesting career reading, so I don't know what to say, y'all. Advice and additional messages here for Gemini when it comes to their career and finances, please. Advice and additional messages. Look. Okay, we have the Joan of Arc, the voice of truth. Okay, I swear she probably, I don't know what zodiac sign she was, y'all. I really don't know what zodiac sign she was. She might have been a Gemini. Y'all know I had to look that up real quick. She was a Capricorn, okay? But they're kind of cutthroat too. I'm not gonna lie, all right? Like, I've met some Capricorns in my day, and yeah, they don't play when it comes to their money. That's for damn sure. But voice of truth, it says stand strong. It says stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. So for those of you that are in like the entertainment business, or you do have to speak in front of people, or you got to give your opinion here or whatever, it's like stand strong basically is what Spirit is saying. Like, release that fear of people judging you or being persecuted or being ostracized for speaking your truth. Like, say what you need to say, you know, and people are going to take it how they're going to take it, right? Like, the truth is the truth at the end of the day. And how other people take that truth, that's them. That has nothing to do with the actual truth of the situation. You know, I feel like you're very much protected here. When I look at Joan of Arc, I see her with her sword, and the sword, of course, for me in divination, represents the sword of truth. And then we have her in her armor, which represents protection from Spirit. So I feel like you will be protected in speaking your truth, or telling it like it is, saying what you need to say. You know, there's a need here to focus on your purpose. Kali Ma on the bottom of the deck, and we know that she cuts through the bullshit. She defends the righteous, the innocent, the light. She destroys evil. So I feel like whatever truth you're going to speak, or whatever truth you need to say, or however you need to do this, Gemini, it's like you're going to cut right through the bull crap and get to the meat. Okay? Meat and potatoes of the situation. And it is what it is. Like, people are going to take it how they're going to take it. We have charity, prayer, and contemplation. It says, connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive. So maybe you need to send a prayer up to Spirit and be like, look, I need help, you know, or I need guidance, or I need a way out. You know, like, if this is my purpose, okay, but if this is not where I'm supposed to be, please send me my way out. You know, please send me my fool, basically, like my opportunity to jump into something new. It says, ask and you shall receive. We have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right and choose mother healing, or choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So what Spirit is saying here, and this is not saying that you need to concede or bend the knee to anybody. That's not what this is saying here with the Mother Mary, okay? What this is saying is that you don't need to prove your point. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't. You let go of that need to be right. You speak your truth, you say what you need to say, or you live in your truth, right? Because sometimes our actions can speak louder than our words. So you're living in your truth with that Joan of Arc. Some of you guys are definitely going to be kind of strategizing a way out of a situation. And that's that. I'm not going to like plead my case or try to get you to understand where I'm coming from or any of that. Obviously, the people that you're working with or whatever this very abrasive energy is that's around you, it doesn't obviously give a crap about you anyway. So pleading with somebody like that, you're talking to a brick wall pretty much. So Spirit's saying, don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about proving yourself, proving your point. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Okay? Choose peace. And the closest exit for some of you guys. That's going to be too many for me. Give me just one, please. One more for Gemini for this career and finances. We have Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, and trust your inner voice. Yeah, I feel like there's something here where your inner voice is calling you. It's calling you towards something new. It's calling you towards something else, or it's telling you what to do, what moves to make, how to move, you know? And if some of you guys have to work, because I know some of you, it's not as easy as just jumping ship, right? So for those of you that have to work in a very toxic situation where there's a lot of back and forth and whatever, again, this is saying, let go of your need to be right. Let go of the need to prove yourself or to argue your case in certain circumstances. Like if people want to say 2 + 2 is 5, whatever. 2 + 2 is 5. I don't care. Right? Because at the end of the day, you have the truth, or you know what the truth is. All right, Gemini, I don't even know how I feel about this reading, but damn, bruh, what was up with this? Okay, but I do hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.